Hello everyone, John Klovansky with TimberTech AZEK. I'm going to jump right into the products and marketing materials that are available to each of you. So as you can see here, we have quite a number of displays, banners, samples. We right now have over 35 colors. These are all available for you in your retail store. A number of value-added accessories, and also pop-up and mobile displays. So as we start with the TimberTech Edge product line, that is our entry-level product line, a lot of these boards are scalloped bottom, so the entire Edge line so far and the TimberTech Terrain line are scallop profile on the bottom, and what I mean by that is they have some material taken out of the bottom. The entry point Edge product, Maritime Gray, Dark Teak are the two colors. We had always prided ourselves before on this by wrapping the entire board. So we would wrap the top of the board, the groove, and the bottom. Our competitors don't do that. They don't do all three of those things. However, we're limited as far as how low we could go on a cost on that sort of a manufacturing process. So we decided to enter a new price point with our Edge product in 2019 for these two colors, Maritime Gray, Dark Teak. And the Edge line is designed not to have a wrap on the bottom. It's still scalloped, which is a very common deck design these days, deck board design. But our wrap is now a cap. It stops at the top of the groove. So we still cap the top, and this is a very hard surface. We're very happy with it. Those were very successful in 2019. This year we came out with two variegated colors, Coconut Husk and Sea Salt Gray. These were also not supposed to have wrapping on the bottom. However, the demand was so high that we had to run them through terrain machines. And terrain machines can only put wrap on the bottom as well as the top. So for the short term, for 2020, these Edge boards, some of them will come with wrapping on the bottom and some will not. However, we did not increase the price. So two very vibrant colors, and there's a price difference here. And the reasoning for that is we don't increase price just because it has a fancy name. We actually put higher quality tints in the surface and we layer in the color. So when we do a variegated color like this is called variegation. There may be 3 or 4 layers of color in that board. Our next product family is Terrain. And again, we started there. We had monochromatic boards. Now, in our entry level, again, in that family, the grain is pyramidal. So our entry level boards will often have more of a simple grain. The midpoint may have variegation, but it'll also have some additional straighter grooves, straighter graining to it. It makes it look more like real wood, more vibrant. So the Terrain family is still, there's 5 colors. I've only got 4 here. 5 colors. They're still scallop bottom. But again, the most popular family that we have in all of our collections. This year, we came out with a new line called Reserve. Now, Reserve was replacing Tropical. The family we had last year was called Tropical. Reserve, we have these nice vibrant colors. We designed this to go after some of our competitors' vibrant colors. Again, we have straight graining for the most part, or a dual graining process that we're using here. That's a more expensive process for us to do. These are all solid profile boards as well, so there's no scallops in this family. Still wrapped on the bottom, as it has been our tried and true method. Multiple layers of colors in that family as well. And we think, you know, the response to these have been fantastic. They've been an absolute home run. Now, the top-end family in TimberTech Pro is called Legacy. It has this hand-scraped look, and the hand-scraped look, it took its cue from flooring. A lot of our cues in our product line and in decking in general come from interior flooring. So whatever trend happens in interior flooring, it makes its way out on the deck. So hand-scraped flooring was very popular 4 or 5 years ago inside. They make their way out, those trends make their way out on the deck. So we have a complete family of 6 colors in this hand-scraped look. You'll also notice that we are layering in colors here again, so 3 to 4 colors in the surface of these products. And again, you still have the wrapped bottom and wrapped groove. Not all our competitors do that. You can see again from the truck sample, they do not wrap the midpoint or the bottom of the groove. When we get into AZEK, AZEK has 3 families as well: Harvest, Arbour, Vintage. Again, we vary the graining pattern as we go up in families, and also the layers of color. So entry-level Harvest, you're going to have this pyramidal grain, or they call it a cathedral grain. 3 colors in that family. There's several in Arbour, straighter grain, more variegation and layers of color. And then we get to the Vintage line, colors there. We have this very tight grain. You probably can't see it, but you can hear my finger going across there. This is our fastest growing product category. So between Vintage and Legacy, which is the high end in the TimberTech line, those 2 are our fastest growing colors. So don't let anybody ever tell you that composite is too expensive. If the homeowner has the opportunity to choose, they will choose what matches their house based on usually what their flooring color is. It's not necessarily what their trim color is or their siding color is. They're continuing their flooring outside. They're extending their living space from inside to outside, creating an outdoor living space, and that will follow the color of the flooring 90% of the time. The other thing that we're doing with our AZEK product is, because of the way it's manufactured, it's actually lighter. So what we can do with these boards is we can make a wide width board. We now have a wide width board in slate gray and the entire Vintage family. And we have a max board, which is 1.5 inches by 5.5, so 1/2 inch taller than the normal deck board. All of those wide width and max boards are only available in square shouldered. And the reason we can do that is a 16-footer of max and a 16-footer of wide width is the same weight as a 5.5 inch board in a wood composite, whether it's ours or Trex or Moisture or whomever. These wide width and max boards are the same weight. So you're not adding additional wear and tear on your installer. They'll be used to working with this weight of board because the normal boards are that weight. So another tool that we have available is our multi-width jacket. When you get into the Vintage line, you have 6 great colors there, and those are available in a wide width, a normal width, and skinny width, square shouldered. You can mix these colors on a deck. You can mix the sizes on a deck. You can do a lot of things with this. You can use the wide width board as a stair riser. But this is a sales tool, again, every salesman should have in the trunk of their car.